Hey folks, it's Jang here from JangBricks.com with a LEGO Star Wars set review. This is set number 10236. It's called the Ewok Village. Released at the end of summer 2013, it comes with 1,990 pieces. 1990, just shy of 2,000. And this costs $250 in the United States. Now I would love for this to be my one review video, singular, but that's just not going to work. There's way too much going on here. In order to get all of this stuff reviewed, I'm going to have to split it up into two. So for this first part, we're going to be looking at the small stuff, starting with all the minifigures. There are 17 of them, and we'll see if I can get another small thing in added at the end. Alright, here we go. This is an original trilogy set from Return of the Jedi specifically, so I will start with the hero of the original trilogy, Luke Skywalker. And being from Return of the Jedi, he is missing one of his hands, so that's why you get one flesh-colored hand and one hand that's covered up with the glove. It has the prosthetic hand, robotic hand underneath. Of course, he has his green lightsaber blade, old school dark tan hairpiece, and he does have two faces on him. So we can take a look at his second face. Arrgh, I believe is the sound that would go with this face in a LEGO Star Wars video game. Oh, hello. It's Princess Leia, the new Endor Princess Leia, with her Forest Maiden hair now in the dark brown color. I think this one has been looked forward to quite a bit. New version of Leia here. This character, let me go ahead and take the hairpiece off so you can see the full print on that torso, front and back, and you can see that this face, well, the head has two faces on it, so I'll go ahead and show you what the second face looks like from the front. And there's that. Not an face in this case, more just a not amused face. Here's Han Solo, always slick and always cynical. This particular character only has one face, so this one's a little bit easier to look at. Just check out the print on the torso and also on the leg piece all the way around. You can see he's got a nice belt print on there, and he is using the short blaster, the little regular small pistol style blaster. Chewbacca, everybody's favorite Wookiee, with his bowcaster. Bowcaster is in the dark pearl gray, they call it, or gunmetal gray. You see he's got print for the nose and also for the bandolier going around him. Pretty nice bright color on the bandolier. Chewbacca as a minifigure is just classic. This guy's just great to just drop into random scenes always. And he has no head under there. What you see is it, and he also has no print on the torso. We're doomed. It's C-3PO, once again, the protocol droid in warm gold here. Got good detail on the eyes with this version of him, and a pretty decent print on the front showing the different colored wires down below. Pretty, fairly, well done with the print. Pretty good detail, sharp edges. I think that the print on the back of this torso is actually even stronger. You can see especially with the upper part, just makes him look a little more like he's there. I think some previous versions of C-3PO have had kind of a faint print, but this is definitely more strong and more present. Do astromech droids really count as minifigures? I'm not sure about that. I kind of go back and forth myself with trying to figure out whether I want to call them minifigs or not, but regardless, this is the astromech droid of astromech droids. R2-D2, of course. Most of his print is on the head, goes all the way around. And of course he's got plenty of print on the front, but R2-D2 is R2-D2. This is an Endor Rebel Commando, and they've made several different versions of him. And you check out the print on the torso on this one and also the face. I'm going to show you the second one in a minute, but you're going to see some pretty key differences between the two. They're not just very slight different renditions between the two. This one has more of a more going on for the belts and straps that are actually attached to them. So let's go ahead and take a look at the second face. Arrgh. You gotta get that rising note in there. Arrgh. This is a little bit more than just an face, I think. But yeah, that's his second face. And I also like the mold on the top of this helmet. I don't know, there's just something about that texture that kind of stands out to me. And this is the second Rebel Commando figure in this set, second of 2 only. And you'll notice he has the different face, obviously. He also has a different torso. He has a different set of clothes on in this case. And you can more clearly see the hood on the back, and kind of has a vest going on around him. This figure here does not have a second face, so what you see from the front is all that you get. Also notice that both of these have tan hands, not flesh colored. Stormtroopers are stormtroopers. You can't get away from these guys. They're everywhere, all around the internet, in everybody's Lego city. They just multiply and multiply and multiply. Such modern classic characters, you just can't get away from them. For folks who haven't seen these up close, notice there are actually multiple colors in the print, including a blue color along the side. And this set does have two of the exact same guy. And under that helmet, you do have a face. Who said that the Empire stopped using clones? Alright, Scout Trooper. I don't know, there's something about the Scout Trooper look in these Lego minifigures that's funnier to me than the regular Stormtrooper. I think it's because the helmet is down and kind of forward a little bit. Both of them have the oversized helmets, but I don't know, there's something that just feels more comical about the way that this one is designed. I don't know. It's like he's trying to be more in your face with how funny he looks. Now there are 2 of these included in this set, absolutely identical. And speaking of face, when you take the helmet off this guy, there is none. Or is there? Aha! Check out what happens when you face the face forward and then put the helmet on. Oh, Ninja Scout Trooper! Alright, time to stop kidding around. Time to get serious. This is the real deal here. These are the most serious characters here. The Ewoks. And this is the star of all Ewoks. He was not only in Return of the Jedi, but he got his own special too. So this is Wicket. And the best looking Wicket yet, because he's the most realistic looking Wicket yet, with multiple colors used for the print, nice little detail used up towards the top, and you can see they even painted the nose and the lips. Especially nice touch up on top of the hood piece, or the hood section of this one piece, with the kind of stitching detail. It's pretty fine detail. Now this guy is relatively anonymous. He's billed as just an Ewok warrior. But he is a recolor and repaint of Wicket, that first guy. As you can see here, different colors used for all the parts and different paints. And here he is equipped. Oh look, they also put the stitching in a different place, a little stitching detail again. And he's equipped with a bow and arrow and just solid colors around the back. If you haven't seen these before, if you haven't seen how they make Ewoks, there is no head underneath here. There's just that one hard plastic piece across the top, and underneath there's also no detail on the torso. Here we have yet another recolor and repaint of Wicket. Again, the exact same mold, but different colors used all the way around. This is Chief Chirpa. He is intended to be the leader, the elder of this group of Ewoks, and he has the gray colors kind of supposed to represent his age, and his elder status, and he has his staff that also communicates his status. You notice they use the flower piece there, also in reddish brown, gets a nice little bit of detail, and I like the printing on the front underneath the mouth section. Aha! Finally, an Ewok that is not a recolor and reprint of Wicket. This is Tebow, and you can see that he does have his own unique style with the head. The face looks pretty much the same, they've just exposed more of it, but the head has a completely different mold up top, the kind of the headgear. It is all one piece. The whole thing is molded together, that you can see. Also a little bit of striping down the back with a little bit of slightly lighter gray color, and you can see a little bit of that. In his face, Tebow is carrying a spear, and he also has a molded in satchel on the front. Here's another different mold, again with a similar face. I think that the lips are a little bit thicker on this one. This is Logray, and he is I believe the shaman of this group. Does a little chanting. Now notice that there's actually print or paint coming down the side in the dark bluish gray color. You can see it a little bit towards the front, and you can also see a stripe of it coming down back here on the rear right side. Also notice he's got some white striping coming down amidst the tan on the upper head piece. It's all one piece all together. And he has kind of his shaman's staff here, which has a bone feature on the back, bone or tooth feature on the back, and feathers on the front. And what do you know? We're done. That's it. Those are your minifigures. Quite an impressive selection. Certainly the most minifigures I've ever gotten in a set. 17 minifigures. All these are included in just this one set. Some of them are pretty cool. Some of them are relatively generic, but I'll tell you, as you go along, they really spread these out throughout the build, so as you go along, you just get more and more and more. And speaking of more, let me take just a couple more seconds here to show you one more thing. Speeder bike. The forest version of the speeder bike, probably the most well-known from the original series, from all of the forest chase scenes and the crashes that happened there. It's pretty exciting going through the California redwoods. This is not a new design. This is a design that they've used before, and you can see that they use the old three-wheel ATV body section or chassis section, base I guess you could say, on the back, and then they give you this stand underneath. It's just a small little build to make it look like it's floating in the air. So a pretty good looking little assembly. You know, didn't take up a whole lot of parts from the set, but looks good. Alright, that's it for this video. Thanks for watching this one, but don't go away. Be sure to look for the second part of this review, which will go through the main structure section. Also see the speed build, and that's already been uploaded. So, off I go, into the next.